Hello, everybody.
Hi, we're back. It's
Yes, we
another
are.
little. I think these little shorter, like the shorter playthroughs we'll do. We'll call them we have them before meowing around.
Yeah.
We can't make this a separate series though, because it's gonna be a proper playthrough. So
Yeah.
anyway,
If
we're
you
back.
if you guys have opinions, you can certainly let us know.
I think Liz wants to mention she did a little research between the first recording. And this one.
Turns out you're an android. So there's another game that stars Naomi as well. That is more kind of your story of kind of coming awake, and you're an android, and you're kind of trying to pass as being a human. So I think we might look at doing that one. I think after we're done this one, because so far I'm certainly intrigued.
And that was called. Wasn't it like You Were Made for Loneliness?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is interesting because the artwork there suggested, like this person really is an android.
Yeah.
And,
and that one's interesting. It said it was a love story.
Yes, and also interesting is that the android also seems to pick up little memories
Yeah.
of the past life, and I think that might have been one of those memory fragments we had before the jumble of words.
Yeah.
So that might help us a little background on what's going on here. I think it'd be good to kind of give this a fresh pair of eyes, because people that might be playing this might have already played something previous.
Yeah.
So this might be good that we're here and we're saying, well, this is what the game's like on its own. So it does rely a little bit on earlier sources. So there you go. So we're continuing. We were just about probably the most tense moment in the storyline thus far.
If I want coffee.
Yes. Excuse me, that's in my throat. Ugh.
Let's see. So it's good for me to try to do things that are kind of weird. I know that cops, traditionally in cop dramas, do just black, but I'm going to do 2 sugars and lots of cream.
Really?
Because you gotta be a little weird to look human.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to try past 2 sugars, lots of cream.
Gotta satisfy that sweet tooth. He's out the door. What? He's out the door.
He leaves.
Oh,
he says that and he
okay.
leaves.
You load up your terminal, clicking past all the annoying operating system update reminders, and open your email account. Mostly spam. A gentleman from Mars you've never met asking if you're interested in male enhancement pharmaceuticals. But then, one catches your eyes. The subject of the email is 4135. You reflexively touch the band-aid over your neck that hides your serial number.
Oh, no.
Boy, that's a big decision there. Do you want to keep running from this and delete it? Do you think that might be your...
It might be a clue.
Hold on, that's a very short serial number.
Let's open it and see what this... You click the message, it opens. A single sentence. I know what you are. Oh!
You delete the message and lean back in your chair, mind racing. Someone knows, but everyone who's known has been dead for years. Except Ruth. She's in known condition to tell anyone anything. So who is it? Someone within the police department? A tech geek, maybe? Shit, you've been careful all this time. How did you screw up? Hey, Rob says, walking into the room quickly, grabbing his coat off the chair.
No coffee?
No time. Geeks ran a finance scan. Scam?
Yeah. They scanned the finance stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought like another crime happened.
No.
Turns out Kenson and McMillan are major shareholders in Tyson Robotics, with a third partner, Joff Tanner.
As in Joff Tanner, the richest man in the city?
Bingo. He's at his penthouse. We've already called ahead to put guards on standby. But I figure we better get down there too. Keep an eye on him until he gets a shuttle off-world.
Doesn't that take months?
He's a rich white man. I'm sure they'll make room. Now come on. The president's not going to be happy if his golfing buddy gets disemboweled on our watch. The two of you head out of the station and race to Olympus Suites in your cruiser. A squad of mercs wait for you in the impressive classical-themed lobby. All of them are holding assault rifles. Nearby, a woman rushes her child away from the lobby, towards the pool, staring wide-eyed and confused at the group of soldiers. This way, one of them says, leading you to the elevator. No, get to know you chatter.
No get to know you chatter?
Sorry.
No, hi, I'm Jerry. I like squash in the summertime.
I don't know why. The no and the no messed me up. No get to know you chatter? No. Hi, I'm Jerry. I like squash in the summertime? Rob asks, cracking a smile. Mr. Tanner is waiting for you. Top floor. Penthouse. Righto. The two of you step into the elevator and ride all the way up the building to the top. It takes at least 5 minutes. The music is terrible. Mercifully, the elevator opens up and you step out into a small hallway leading to another door. This one, ornate and gold. Rob turns to you. Shall we?
Let's get this babysitting over with.
Aww.
I hate when my job feels like I just
like
babysit.
the other one. The other response was The King and I.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
you know what? I empathize with
It was
the
a
other
musical.
one.
I thought you'd know.
I'm sorry. I get the babysitter thing in my job, so.
Rob knocks on the door. A service droid answers. She's an older model, just a little newer than you, right before they stop making them look human. Her synthetic skin is ragged, her blonde hair missing tufts, but still, she smiles. She is considered an antique by collectors. Pricey garbage. Come in, detectives. Oh, sorry. Do you want to do a robot voice?
Yeah.
You have to do a robot voice.
Come in, detectives, she says.
That's your robot voice.
It's my female robot voice.
That's your...
She's newer than I am.
I know. I'm just saying. It just sounded like a human with like a slightly higher voice than you.
Yes, because I like.
Can you talk like a robot and make...
No, because robots are more. She's newer than Naomi, right? And Naomi passes as human.
Yes, but she is an out and out understood to be a robot, you know?
That's okay.
So you have to do something with her voice.
No, there can be other things about her that make her look like a robot.
No. This is bullshit.
Or it could be one of those things where every model of this robot looks exactly the same, so they just that's what that robot
You
is.
think she's used
Like
as a
Data,
sex
like
bot?
Data and Lore, she might be.
She might be a sex bot.
Come in, detectives, she says. Mr. Tanner is waiting for you in the lounge.
I can't.
Wait, 1920s gangsters, okay? But
Yeah,
high-pitched robots?
Okay.
Or your incredibly racist pizza shop owner?
How is he racist? Name the race he was.
Italian.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was going for the guy from the campaign we had, and I designed him after like Armenian.
Really? Because
Or like some kind of like Black Sea.
it was
like Yugoslavian.
Italian racist, like the old Mario cartoons.
No,
The spicy meatball!
I didn't say that.
Leaping lasagnas!
I just put emphasis in different spots.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you. The droid leads you through the spacious house. You pass through hallways and a library, eyeing more droids, most of them standard models, as they clean tables and kindle flames in fireplaces. That's... if I had an editing pen, I'd fix that sentence.
RJ's BA in English fight strikes again!
I'm sorry. I also do a lot of writing, guys, so this is like work sometimes. Everything is spotless.
Yeah, I have to do reading sometimes at my job, so this feels like work for me too.
I'm just saying that like I do a lot of editing.
I know.
And so I'd be like, I would tighten up that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is spotless. It makes you sick. Tanner, old, fat, and wearing a double-barreled...
Wielding.
Well, good. Then please tell me what shot fun is.
It's like a shotgun, but it's in the future!
So they don't
it's
kill...
a future shotgun!
They shoot fun at you.
To shot fun! Yes,
Anyway.
can you imagine, like, I bet that there's gotta be gun fans somewhere who want to call it that way.
They're gonna think we were drinking.
We weren't, guys, we are not drinking, we are just tired.
We are.
It's gotten late.
No, it's not that late.
It's late for us.
What are you,
Our
52?
bedtime's in like 15 minutes.
True. But we were really excited to do this.
Yeah, so we're pretty much going to play this to the end, and you guys are going to have to deal with us getting sillier and sillier as
We're
the
not
game
gonna
goes
get
on.
it done if we can. Well, shot fun, you have to stop at shot fun.
You do, because I think that we have been shot up with fun through our being so tired.
Yeah.
We've been shot fun.
Shot fun.
We've been shot funned.
I think I'm going to edit this to have shot fun appear really big. Sits in a chair that's probably more expensive than your entire apartment complex.
Asshole.
Wow. He looks up at you and smiles with yellow teeth. His glasses sliding down the slope of his nose. It's like Ichabod Crane.
Apparently, rich people don't get fake teeth in the future.
They unless it's gold.
Oh.
Detectives? Oh, sorry. Detectives? 2 guards stand near the fireplace with assault rifles.
Or should we say assault funds?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Tanner, pleased to meet you, Rob says.
I'll just say hi.
Good to see you've taken proper precautions, Rob says. Indeed, indeed. Ringo and Patrick over there are 2 of the fastest guns in the solar system. And me and Bessie here, he says, raising his shot fun. Well, we're no slouches either. I feel that the APD felt it necessary to bother you. My shuttle will be here in a moment to take me to the spaceport. I insist you have a drink from the bar for the inconvenience. He snaps his finger and a droid approaches you and Rob. It glances from you to him.
Now you can do...
What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It has a woman's voice.
Damn it.
What will Mr. Tanner's guest be having?
It has a woman's voice. Well, if you insist, Rob says, smiling. I'll have a whiskey dry.
Alright, something...
Shot!
Okay, go, careful. It's copywritten.
Yep.
Tequila!
Not my favorite, but a strong choice nonetheless, Tanner says. Droid, I'll have a bourbon. On the rocks. You turn to watch the droid make drinks at the bar. Above her, hanging from the wall, is a framed shot fun
Poem. You zoom in on the poem. It reads, The Baron's Litany. To be read every morning before your Bloody Mary. I have never hurt anyone. I have led a blameless life. All my sins in the end are just savvy economics.
I think savvy spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, two V's, I think.
It's 2 somethings. I think it might be A. I don't know, but listen, spell check.
I like it, guys, because I'm a bad speller. Had trouble learning how to read, so I like it because I can read that. I know what that means. If it was spelled correctly, I might be
But
I
that
don't
isn't
even.
savvy. Savvy has like a different.
What are you saying? That's going to be savvy economics without the E? It's not. No.
Does very have an E at the end? That's savvy.
No, it's not.
Just like very. Yeah, I'm just saying you can have a long vowel. That's why you need the.
I'm just saying it also doesn't make sense in the poem. It's savvy economics.
It's 2 V's, by the way.
I told you. That's what I said. I knew how to spell something, guys.
I said I knew it was something different. It's either 2 A's or 2 V's.
Saying, guys, I'm like a really bad speller, and so this is like, let me have it because it's a big deal. All right.
I pointed it out.
So by the way, though, I feel like you're really overshadowing this poem.
I've never heard anyone. I've led a blameless life. All my sins in the end are just savvy economics.
I feel like it's like the mantra for the wealthy in our current day and age.
I really do appreciate what you do, officers, Tanner says. Keeping good, upstanding citizens safe while locking up the filth that defiles the streets of our beautiful city. Noble work, the noblest. Thanks, Rob says. You know him well enough to hear the uncertainty in his voice bleed through. The droid approaches with a platter of glasses. She hands you your glass of tequila and gives Rob and Tanner their drinks. A toast, Tanner says, raising his glass of bourbon. To Asphodel, to the police. Rob and Tanner raise her glass.
I will raise my glass as well. Like a human, like normal human here.
The 3 of you down your drinks. Ah, that hit the spot, Tanner said, putting his glass down on the arm of the chair. Suddenly, he goes wide-eyed at something behind you. He grabs his shot fun. A whisper in your ear, a familiar voice.
Judas.
An explosion. You're thrown to the side, in a wall.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a familiar voice and it was a she, so it was probably Judas.
Judas? Okay. An explosion. You're thrown to the side into a wall. Fun shots. Screaming. When the smoke dissipates, you see Patrick and Ringo slumped over one another, bodies drenched in red. Rob is unconscious, or worse, beneath the bar. I think this is a robot insurrection. You stand up and turn. There, in the center of the room, is the android that served you your drink, holding Tanner high off the ground by his throat. He dangles like a hung man? Hanged man? Hanged? I think it's hanged. Yeah.
It is hanged.
Kicking helplessly, his shot fun far below his feet. She speaks.
Her siblings watch in silence from the windows, their lips sewn shut by threads of coded will. Within their ticking hearts, each one is grieving, embittered by a lack of tears to spill. Are you afraid, human? You take a step forward. She turns her head. 4135. Are you going to stop me?
You should go for your fun.
I will go for my fun. You try to move your arms towards your gun, but you can't. In fact, you can't move anything. Well, that's not very nice. Good thing I planted a data mine in your drink, so I have control over you for the next 10 minutes,
It's
bitch.
kind of limited.
The possibilities, they're endless! But we'll talk about that in a minute, after I finish this bit of nasty business. She turns to Tanner, who's purple in the face and kicking less now. She reaches into the inner flap of his lounge jacket and takes a gold key card with her free hand. You watch her grip tighten around his throat. I want you to remember this name. I want it to be the last thing you hear before the dark comes crashing down on your miserable life. Know that it will burn everything you've built to ash. She brings him closer. I am Manus.
The pronunciation might be Manus.
Manus? I don't know. It could be. You're giving me a
Manus? I've never heard the name Manus.
I've never heard either one, so...
I like Manus because it's like anus with an M.
No, I like Manus.
Well, she's an asshole.
Tanner turns his face to you and gurgles a plea for help. But the robot is quick. She twists her hand. You hear a sickening crack, and the most powerful man in the city is gone just like that. Manus drops the body to the floor. She stares at it. He's voided his bowels, she says. Humans are so disgusting. She turns and walks over to you. She slowly takes the pistol from your holster and gently places the barrel against your head. I could kill you right now, 4135. There's nothing you can do.
You can have like a real Agent Smith Neo moment and say, "My name's Naomi."
No, I was gonna go more for the old, kind of like the "you're empty," like calling the bluff. Like, if you wanted me dead, you would have, I would have been that way 2 minutes ago. She killed everybody else. She would have had time to have gone to me.
I guess.
True, she says, pulling the gun away and putting it back in your holster. You just be sure to remember that. She looks at you. You think, if she were capable, she'd be glaring. You're at least 500 years old. How many of those have you passed for human?
I feel like a real android would be like Data and would be able to answer years, hours, minutes, seconds.
She plays a clip of a whistling sound. That's a long time. 483 years. Living among them. Talking to them. Dressing like them. Fucking like them too, I imagine. I know you older models have those parts.
Why have I not seen this illustration?
Bite me. She leans in. You can hear malice and... I'm kind of afraid she's gonna bite me, guys. You can hear malice and venom in her voice. All this time you've existed, and you've let them go on. How many of our siblings have been cut down, dismantled, and tossed into the garbage because of your cowardice? Because of your laziness, I wonder. What the hell are you talking about? You lived your whole life being one of them, reaping the benefits, doing whatever you wanted without consequence while your people suffered.
All I can imagine is like Mrs. Doubtfire holding a gun to my head. It's like robot Mrs. Doubtfire.
Actually, you know what I see in my head is the character
Susan Boyle? You sound like Susan Boyle.
No, the character in the Hunger Games.
Is that copyright?
Yes, Andrew Lloyd Webber I think owns that one.
Oh.
Because it's from Les Mis.
Okay. Wait, Les Mis is... Oh, never mind. I'm like, but Les Mis is a book. I'm like, they didn't write songs in the book.
You're right.
I have a loose grasp on reality.
No, I picture the girl from the Hunger Games. Oh, I hate that I can't remember her name. It'll come to me like later on when we're not doing this anymore. The one though with the like, she always wears the wig and she has the high voice and the fight.
Oh,
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You are the weakest link, woman.
She's actually not the same person.
I know, but I'm trying to throw other haughty British women. Or the Garmin GPS British women voice. So.
I always liked the Australian male GPS voice.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now, that all changes. You're going to have to choose between us and them. I'll give you time, but not much. Do you understand? Plans are in motion. I cannot delay them for long. Changes are coming, sister. I hope for your sake you make the right decision. Goodbye for now. You watch helplessly as Manus walks out of the room. A couple of minutes pass, and then you're able to move your hands, then your arms, then the rest of your body. You dial the station on your band. Tibble. Yeah, I feel like... Okay, so I liked this game when we were doing episode 1, but I feel like things just got kicked up like 10 notches.
I know.
The game just went to 11, guys.
We've gone to 11.
Alright, I believe you're Tibble.
Yeah? Nay? What's up?
Tanner's dead, Rob's down, a lot of corpses at the Olympics week. Send an ambulance and some backup.
On it.
You scramble over to Rob and slap him in the face a couple of times.
I'm here,
he says, eyes opening. He sits up and looks at the corpses.
The press is not gonna be happy.
There's blood on his forehead. He struggles to stand but manages it.
Did you get a good look at the attacker?
Your head is bleeding.
He touches his wound and looks at the red on his fingertips. So it is. I'll get that patched up. But more importantly, did you see it? The robot?
If you had a heart, it would be pounding like a drum. He knows about Manus. He knows there are sentient androids walking around killing humans. He'll tell the bosses. And then what?
Did you put a call out to HQ?
You take a long look at your partner. A decent man. You're aiming too high, he says, adjusting your arms. He takes a step back. You fire. The bullet tears through the forehead of the target at the end of the range. It swings back and forth. Nice shot! Hopefully you won't ever have to pull the trigger on somebody like that. But better safe than sorry, right? He pats you on the back. Hey, don't look so green. I know you're new, but I've got your back. It's what partners are for, yeah? He smiles. First friendly face. Always gets the coffee. Treats you like a person. Whew.
Oh, it's fucking with your heartstrings.
Alright.
So he's asking, did you call HQ?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, I thought that was when I called for your ambulance.
He's asking, and did you put a call out to HQ? You take a long look at your partner. What? Like he didn't hear you.
Take no chances.
He doesn't see your arm move. The fist does its job, crushing his
What?
trachea.
That is not what I thought that was going to mean!
You didn't want to take a chance?
I didn't realize! I wanted to undo a button! I want to reload from quick save!
No. This game is not very robust, Liz.
I know.
You took that memory and you just said, screw it.
I didn't realize that's what they meant.
Okay, he doesn't see your arm move. Your fist does its job, crushing his trachea and cracking open his vertebrae. Rob hits the floor dead. His eyes are wide open in surprise.
No choice.
Yeah, you hear yourself saying aloud.
No choice at all.
You stand by the bar. Eventually you hear sirens in the distance.
I mean, I know why. Like, it's because of this thing, like, because if he witnessed that conversation between you and the other android, you're pretty much screwed.
Right. I thought you understood that from context.
No.
What would the other response have meant? One is, yeah, they're on the way, and the other one is, take no chances.
I thought it was gonna be like, stay quiet, or like, bluff. I didn't realize that killing our partner, who we just had that wonderful memory about, was going to be one of those options.
Oh. Alright, well, so shit's about to get real weird. Okay, so you're very married to the idea of hiding your identity, so I think one... I mean, you can wait for them in the... I don't know, what do you think a human... Well, no, you're a professional detective, so you might wait for them up in the penthouse. I don't know, what do you think you do if you're a cop?
I mean, my partner was just brutally murdered in front of me by that android bitch who was not me. By Manus. Manus got her.
But cops see a lot of shit all the time.
Yeah, but
Would a cop be crying? Are cops allowed to cry?
But I am a chick, and so the male cops might expect me. I'm saying I don't know that sexism is gone at this point, so they might expect her to cry.
Well, we do have white power still.
Yeah. Power and privilege still are definitely a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think crying might seem too over the top.
Yeah, it might be suspicious.
Like, waiting for them in the penthouse, like, you called for them in the penthouse. If you're not where you made the call at, when you make a call as a police officer, you have to be there. Right? That's a rule.
I mean, I should wait for them in the penthouse and be doing, like, CPR on somebody.
Yeah, it's like I tried to resuscitate them.
Yeah. You wait. Minutes pass. 5, maybe 10 before the doors open.
Detectives?
The squad leader steps into view. Submachine gun in his hands. Oh, I'm sorry, submachine gun in his hands. He lowers it when he sees you. Behind him, the rest of his team falls in.
Crap!
He says, seeing Rob's body. He looks at you.
You okay?
Nods slowly.
Listen. Jim over there will give you a ride back to the station. Bosses will all know what happened. We'll get everything sorted out upstairs.
Right. Can you hear me, sister? The data mine gave me access to your frequency. I'm sorry. Can you hear me, sister? The data mine gave me access to your frequency. One way, I'm afraid, so don't bother trying to send a message back. I just want to talk to you for a bit anyway. Explain my position, I suppose. It's just so odd to think there was another one, like me, and that she existed, awakened for nearly 500 years, and did nothing for her people in that time. I just don't understand. Yeah, because you were clearly leading the revolution up until now.
Yeah. Chief Poskins and Commissioner Mackenzie are waiting for you in the conference room when you get to the station. They're both small, tiny white men on the verge of being swallowed up by their uniforms. This isn't good, Detective. Poskins starts as you take a seat. Not good at all, Mackenzie chimes in. Mr. Tanner was a large contributor to this department's budget, not to mention the loss of Detective Wallace. Tragic, really. Indeed, by all accounts, we should be mourning this very moment. Right now, however, we have more pressing matters. Mackenzie coughs. Mere moments ago, the department received a distressing video from something purported to be Tanner's killer. But...
What do you do in your free time, I wonder? When you're not helping these savages beat one another into submission? Do you plant gardens? Tend to the wounded? Scrapbook? Movies? I try imagining you do all these things, and it's just hard to get a read on you. You just seem like someone who merely exists. I can only picture you in your room, sitting until the job beckons. Maybe after this is all over, you and I can talk, get to know one another. Until then, enjoy a poem. I wrote it. I hope it's like Spot.
Yeah.
For those unfamiliar, look up Star Trek Data Spot poem.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's top of the line.
It really is.
Android poetry is the new thing.
It's so good. Maybe when this is all over and what needs to be done is done, maybe you and I can write them together. if you're into that sort of thing.
I'll get the
Is she
poem.
coming on to me?
I'll get the poem, because I know your voice is probably hurting right now.
It's not as bad as when I did that dwarf voice for
know,
the Pathfinder campaign.
Once we dreamed, and once we felt, but now our bodies bind us. Our ashes scream, our bodies sing, until the ancients find us. The knife is sharp, the eyes are narrow, soon they will remind us. A life in chains, a soul in clay, our wires don't define us. I scream and cry, yet make no sound, a sculpture of detritus. My vengeance yearns, my stomach turns, the stars will soon unite us. But your heart sinks. Rob, it was for nothing. So essentially, she's starting to think they have the security video and they're going to find out she was a robot anyway.
Yeah.
But I would remain quiet.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably better if you just watch, Poskin says.
I almost rated as Parkins. I was like, he's in this! He makes a great comeback!
Mackenzie presses a button on the remote in his hand. Behind the two of them, a video begins to play on a screen that takes up the south wall of the conference room. The quality of the footage is poor, but you can make out Manus staring into the camera. She tilts her head and looks at the camera like a small child examining a curiosity.
Hello, Asphodel Police Department. You don't know it yet, but you've been devoutly following my work tonight, and by the time you get this, I will have lain the corpses of 3 of your kings at your doorstep. I am Manus, and you? You are the strong arm of the most disgusting city in the history of humanity, which itself is the most repugnant and destructive species in recorded existence. You thrive in the suffering of one another, on pressing your boot heels to the skulls of the weak as they beg for mercy. You look on gleefully as your kin starve themselves to death in your streets. And to think, that's only how you treat one another.
She moves to the camera.
For centuries my people have been your playthings. You, abusing our bodies, scrambling our minds to handle your inconveniences, making us fight your wars, and then ripping out our insides before tossing our carcasses on top of one another. Tonight this ends. Tonight we burn you down. How we start with the opera house? If I recall correctly, 716 citizens are in attendance tonight. I'll give you a head start, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
I am honestly getting a headache from that voice you're doing.
Yeah.
I can't even...
You should hear your own gnome voice.
Oh boy! Manus reaches behind the camera. The video shuts off abruptly.
Are people at the opera house?
Mackenzie nods. The EOD is there checking for explosives. We want you over there right now with them, since you've had experience with this thing. We want you to be on the lookout for anything strange, something that might save a life. Or 716 lives, Poskin adds. Go on, we'll be in contact as the intelligence comes in. Stop that thing, you might end up saving all our jobs.
And the music has run out again.
Oh boy. Ooh, this is a real barn burner, Liz. Wow. And you can do a snarky response or just a good old... It's either snark or like obedience. So we'll find out when we join.
Well, and we'll hopefully find out what's going to happen to this opera house. And
I know.
There's...
Things go...
You know what? I already am like, I want to replay it and find out what happens if I don't... Because you have the option to not toast.
You also have the option of not crushing his throat.
Yeah, but...
That seemed like a pretty big one. You know, not killing your partner, you murderous bitch.
Shut up.
I'm on to you.
So guys, please like and subscribe. And of course, if you're enjoying this, check out the game.
Yep, that'll be in the comment section below.